Coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the meeting is called to order, please. Thank you very much. Actions taken in closed session, Trustee Prendergast.
So regarding claim number 6585559, the governing board took action in closed session on a 6-0 vote. The board voted to issue a notice of rejection of claim pursuant to Government Code Section 913. The governing board further authorizes the Vice Chancellor of Business Services or her designee to issue any appropriate notices. Regarding claim number 601415, the governing board took action in closed session, and on a 6-0 vote, the board voted to issue a notice of rejection of claim pursuant to Government Code Section 913. The governing board further authorizes the Vice Chancellor of Business Services or her designee to issue any appropriate notices. Regarding claim number 668408, the governing board took action in closed session on a 6-0 vote. The board voted to issue a notice of rejection of claim pursuant to Government Code Section 913. The governing board further authorizes the Vice Chancellor of Business Services or her designee to issue any appropriate notices. On a 6-0 vote, the board took action in closed session to accept the resignation of a classified administrator without an appointment or contract with a specified term and to approve the separation agreement and general release as executed by the classified administrator and district, and has authorized the Chancellor or designee to take all steps necessary to effect the decision. Those are all the actions from closed session.
Okay, thank you. We will now have the invocation by Trustee Inman and the Pledge of Allegiance by Trustee Jamal. Okay, this is such a busy time of the year, and then there's national and worldwide problems as well. There seems to be chaos all around us. May we see the flowers, not the weeds. May we see the beauty, not the ugliness. May we feel the love, not the hate. May we feel happiness rather than sorrow. and may we see the smile, not the frown. We can be part of the solution and not the problem. We can turn that frown upside down. Although unlike Miss America contestants of the past, we cannot bring about world peace. But we can bring about some measure of peace within ourselves. And that may spread to our family, friends, colleagues, students. We can find calm in the chaos. Thank you.
Thank you. Please join me in reciting our Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here we go. We have one public comment. It is Shane Eichholz.
Hello? Okay. Hello, members of the board. I'll keep it short and simple. My name is Shane Eichholz, and I am a second-year student here at Saddleback. I want to thank Saddleback College, the Board of Trustees, and the International Student Office, especially Angela Yang, for providing financial and organizational support for the recent China trip. So a group of my peers and I just yesterday arrived back in Orange County for the annual China program. And I could keep talking on and on about the fun we had, but in summary, the experience my peers and I had provided us with many new things, new foods, cultural practices, historical information that we would have otherwise not have known. Most importantly, I think many of us made new friends and connections that I think has, in addition to everything else, helped us develop both as young adults and students representing Saddleback College. I am sure that the China trip experience will leave a lasting impact on the future careers and lives of all students who went, and because of that, I hope that future Saddleback students will get to experience the same trip I did. The school support in this trip has proven invaluable to many students who might have otherwise been unable to go. For that, my peers and I are grateful for all of your help getting us there. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. We now have oral reports that are limited to 2 minutes each. We'll start with Trustee Milchiker.
I thought the Chancellor's State of the District was brilliant. There was the CEO of OCBC, President of Cal State Fullerton, the Superintendent of Tustin Schools, all talking about workforce development of our students and helping the industry and our local economy. At the GLI conference in Miami, it was at Miami-Dade Community College, which they call Miami-Dade College now because it turns out so many community colleges all over the country are now offering baccalaureate degrees, and they're changing their names to college. But we are already Saddleback College in Irvine Valley. We don't have to change our name. But they honored my father, who got his, was actually, what happened to my father, he was born in 1914, and he never finished 7th grade because he had to go to work. He was selling hot dogs in the Cleveland baseball stadium and just doing everything to be able to make a living for himself. He was a World War II vet and a good man and a great father, and he filled his lifelong dream when he finally attained his AA in arts with highest honors in 1981. So community colleges do good work and help so many in so many ages and give people pride. Getting a college degree was like the world to him, so he was delighted. When he attended the college is an urban college in downtown Miami, and we had a tour, and it emphasized students working in careers, and it actually immersed them in careers like graphics, business, and AI disciplines, and it was just a fascinating tour. And one of the things they emphasized is that trustees should know the percentage of students who have Pell Grants, pay tuition, workforce training, so we have it on the tip of our tongues when we advocate for our students. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Bartlett.
Thank you, Madam President. So since our last board meeting, I've had the pleasure of attending on February 26th the OCBC installation as well for the 2026 Board of Directors that included our esteemed Chancellor as an incoming OCBC Workforce Co-Chair. On March 4th, I also attended the State of the District featuring our Chancellor and an incredible three-person panel that touched on the most relevant topics with engaging discussion. March 6th, the IVC Awards Dinner, which is always fun and an educational evening. I really enjoyed the speakers and hearing their stories and cheering on the awardees of the evening. March 10th, I attended the Inspire Her luncheon presentation with an inspiring keynote speaker that truly inspired all of the women in attendance. And then today I attended the Board Audit Subcommittee. And that concludes my board comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Dack.
No report.
Trustee Prendergast.
No report.
Trustee Jamal.
Excellent OCBC dinner, especially with Chancellor getting installed on the board. The IVC Gala was another exceptional evening, and I congratulate everyone involved, the foundation board, the foundation staff, Urban Valley College for its commitment to the foundation, and then my good friend Bill Hewitt for receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award. It was quite an emotional capstone of the evening, seeing that happen, and I'm glad that he received it. And then my apologies for not being able to attend State of the District. I feel like I was the one who imposed this concept on the Chancellor and was not able to attend this year. I was in downtown LA at a conference, and I just couldn't get back in time. Thank you.
Thank you. I was going to say almost exactly what Trustee Jamal just said. On behalf of the foundation, I want to thank everyone who supported it. A nice amount of money was made, and it's such a beautiful event and so much fun with where they have all the cars. If you haven't been there, it's really neat. And of course the speakers and so on and so forth. But it is very much about raising money to help our students, and it was clear that that was done in a beautiful manner. Okay, let's have Trustee Blake Leonard.
I would just like to say thank you to the Saddleback College Foundation, the district, and the 100 attendees for supporting the first annual Veterans Golf Tournament, and also shout out to the Saddleback and IVC Veterans Clubs for their participation in the Student Veterans of America Washington Week, where student veterans spoke with 13 senators and congressmen, culminating with Congressman McBride and Congressman Brynum sponsoring H.R. 1965, increasing the post-9/11 GI Bill's book stipend, something that hasn't happened since the inception of the post-9/11 GI Bill in 2009. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Associated Student Government President from Saddleback, Noah Aguilar.
Hello, board. Amazing to see you all again. It's crazy that the semester is already going by so fast and March is already over. A short but sweet report today. Our biggest priority over the last few months, ASG's car show in collaboration with multiple local vendors, is finally happening this Friday, March 27th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. with our first 200 visitors getting free boba and priority access to the event. We have spent a pretty penny on this event specifically, and looking forward to an amazing crowd and the atmosphere it will create for our campus. In addition to this, ASG just got back with our 10 delegates from the ASAC conference in Washington, D.C. We spoke with congressional staff from Senator Schiff's office, Senator Padilla, and Congresswoman Young Kim. It was a very fruitful and productive and a great professional development opportunity for the delegates that we did end up bringing. Lastly, we are wrapping up our awards and our voting process for the end of the year ASG banquet, in which we recognize our most dedicated ASG members at the end of the year. That is all for my report. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Associated President from IVC, Maba Ahmad.
Good evening, members of the board. Nice to see you guys again. First update is that our spring 2026 election was successful. We had all members on board. Our implementation of our bylaws are an ongoing effort and will be fully in effect next academic year. In addition to that, we have our cafe patio, as you guys may or may not know, has opened. So ASIVC has been pushing for PR. We're trying to push for more students to purchase and use that place, especially because students get a 10% ASIVC discount if they have the ASFC access fee, so we're pushing for that. In addition, we're working on our 2026 and 2027 ASIVC budget allocation, so our presentation is happening soon in College Council and soon will be brought into this room. In addition to that, ASIVC did attend Celebrating Excellence event and it was amazing. We were able to give equity groups an opportunity to network and to have great food and to talk to administrators and all the different community members. So that was successful and amazing. In addition, I am taking on a project to, I guess, figure out how to get free printing across campus or just within like the ASIVC's capacity. So that's a project I'm pursuing with a group of people. So we'll see where that goes. And if anybody wants to support me from IVC, please let me know how. I really want to get this done. And there's a lot of students who unfortunately do not have printers at home. And this is another initiative I want to take up. And then 4 ASIVC delegates successfully represented ASIVC and Irvine Valley College when they lobbied at the DC trip. They lobbied with Dave Min and Adam Schiff. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Saddleback College Academic Senate, Frank Gonzalez. No? Okay, thanks. Irvine Valley College Academic Senate, Rebecca Beck.
Thank you. I wanted to provide a little bit of an update on the hiring season for faculty hires at IVC. It's going great. And I wanted to say thank you to our HR colleagues who are helping with that, primarily our HR specialists who are charged with managing the work of the hiring committees, also the faculty chairs, and also our deans. It's a lot of work. And having that structure makes it so that we are able to have good hiring committees supported, and also, again, looking at what is the best way to support our students, which is hiring full-time faculty. So thank you to all, and have a good evening.
Thank you. Faculty Association, Robert Melendez.
Yes, and this is a nice segue because I actually get the pleasure of talking about a faculty member that is retiring after being hired 35 years ago, with this district. So John Lucitra has been with this district for nearly 35 years and is a testament to the quiet dedication, intellectual rigor, and enduring belief in the transformative power of education. If you don't know John much, this kind of sums him up best in how he self-describes himself. He says that he is a mild-mannered professor by day and a devoted musician by night. And as a side note, his music is available on all streaming platforms, so you can check that out. In the classroom and counseling office, John's impact has been profound. A 2-time Teacher of the Year at IVC, John's legacy is also deeply embedded in the programs he built and the communities he strengthened. From outreach initiatives to mentorship programs to basic skills innovation efforts, and even the creation of a student success television program, which ran on the IVC YouTube and cable channel for a little bit. His work has not only opened doors, but has helped keep them open for countless students. In addition, John's impact within the IVC School of Guidance and Counseling will live on in the faculty he helped train, one of them being myself. As a mentor, he modeled how to balance challenging students to the best versions of themselves with a deeply humanistic approach that's centered on empathy, connection, and student well-being. As he retires, John leaves a legacy behind that is not defined by just by volume, but by depth of knowledge and its impact. Thank you, John, for your service. Your legacy and music will never be forgotten.
Thank you. What a beautiful tribute. Irvine Valley College Classified Senate, Haley King.
Good evening, Board of Trustees. On behalf of Classified Senate and Classified Senate President Zoraida Coraz, I am presenting a report highlighting Senate's recent activities and accomplishments. I am proud to share the success and impact of last week's Classified Day, which brought together classified professionals from Irvine Valley College, Saddleback College District, and ATEP. With 230 classified professionals registered and an outstanding 90% participation rate, Classified Days served as a vibrant space for connection, professional growth, and shared purpose. The high level of engagement is a testament to the commitment our classified staff have to both their professional development and the success of our colleges, and reinforces the importance of investing in spaces which foster connection, recognition, and growth. The success of this event would not have been possible without the leadership and coordination of Erlyn Ballo from Saddleback College and Ace Kaguya from Irvine Valley College. Their dedication, collaboration, and vision were instrumental in creating a meaningful and impactful experience for all attendees. As a member of the Classified Day Committee myself, who worked with Erlyn and Ace this year, I would also like to recognize my fellow committee members, Georgina Martinez, Diana Baltazar, Sylvia Torres Mendoza, Holly Price, Virginia Romero, V. Zare, and Brianna Bell, who, with the support of Leilani Anselmo, were instrumental in making Classified Day a success. Classified Senate would also like to extend our congratulations to Desiree Ortiz on being selected as this year's Classified Professional of the Year. Desiree has been a dedicated member of the district for the past 21 years, serving across 5 departments, most recently in police services. Throughout her career, she has consistently demonstrated exceptional professionalism, leadership, and collaboration. Her contributions have made a lasting impact on the campus community, and this recognition is both well-earned and deeply deserved. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Saddleback College Classified Senate, Georgina Martinez.
Good evening, Board of Trustees. Saddleback College Classified Senate partnered with IVC Classified Senate and District Classified Professionals to host our annual Professional Development Day just last week. This year's theme was Rest, refocusing on education and students together. We had intentional connection and restorative activities and workshops that focused on career, leadership, AI, and productivity. Prior to that, we had our general meeting with 2 guest speakers. The first was Michelle Duffy sharing the new ad code process on behalf of Academic Senate. The collaborative session highlighted the importance of information sharing and how various stakeholders can problem solve once in the room together. We also had a presentation from Valerie Romero on her role as student rights and grievance manager. As classified professionals are often the first point of contact when students run into issues, knowing the protocols and resources of her office was tremendous help. We also took the first round of nominations for the Classified Senate Executive Team for the next academic year. The second round of nominations will be recorded at the next meeting on April 15th, and we will hold a special meeting on April 29th for elections. We look forward to continued collaboration across campus and the district. Thank you.
Thank you. And congratulations, Desiree Ortiz. It's now your report for Classified School Employees Association.
Thank you so much. Good evening. And we have a theme here. I want to express my sincere gratitude to all the classified professionals who attended the Professional Development Day last week. Your dedication and participation made it a meaningful and successful event. I also want to take a moment to recognize all of the hard work our classified have given and the commitment that they show throughout the year. Your efforts truly make SOCCD an exceptional district. As we move into April, we begin supporting those classified professionals who may be approaching retirement this July. Many individuals in our district have devoted anywhere from 10 plus years with over 55 years of age, and it's a privilege to see them retire with lifelong benefits. This milestone is a testament to the value that we place on our classified professionals and the tremendous contributions they make to our students and our district. I want to wholeheartedly acknowledge the dedication, compassion, and professionalism our classified professionals bring every day. They are often the first to greet and guide our students, setting them on a path to success long before they enter the classroom. Their care helps create not only a supportive learning environment, but also a strong culture of kindness, collaboration, and community among colleagues. Our CSE team continues to work closely with HR and district services to ensure that those prepping for retirement receive the support they need to make this important transition. I'm deeply honored and humbled to represent such an extraordinary group of classified professionals. Thank you for all you do for our students, for each other, and for the entire district community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Unit 5 is public hearings, and there are none, so we will now go to resolutions. Trustee Prendergast.
Okay. We have 5 resolutions. Agenda item 6.1, a resolution recognizing Community College Awareness Month. Whereas South Orange County Community College District, SOCCCD, is one of the largest community college districts in the region, serving approximately 60,000 students on 3 campuses, Saddleback College, Irvine Valley College, and the Advanced Technology and Education Park, ATEP. Therefore, be it resolved at the Board of Trustees and Chancellor of the South Orange County Community College District hereby proclaims April as Community College Awareness Month and requests that all students, faculty, and staff celebrate by promoting the good works of the college. May I have a second motion and a second, please?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion or comments? Okay, let's vote, please. Okay, the motion carries on a 6-0 vote, with student trustee voting yes as well. Okay, 6.2.
All right, agenda item 6.2, resolution recognizing Earth Day. Whereas plastic waste can be found everywhere, land or sea, even in the most remote places on the planet, affecting both humans and animals. And whereas humankind is currently facing tremendous global challenges, among them the need to manage an increased amount of waste, to which plastics will contribute nearly 12,000 million metric tons by 2050. Therefore, be it resolved that the South Orange County Community College District Board of Trustees recognizes April 22nd, 2026 is Earth Day throughout the South Orange County Community College District and encourages all students, faculty, and staff to use Earth Day to celebrate the earth and promote the well-being of the inhabitants of our district and protection of the environment. I'll entertain a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second?
Been moved by trustee Dack and seconded by trustee Bartlett. Is there any discussion or comments? Okay, let's vote. The motion carries on a 6-0 vote, and also student trustee voting yes. Thank you. 6.3, please.
Agenda item 6.3, a resolution recognizing a day of remembrance for the Armenian genocide. Would you like to read this one?
You can read it.
Okay. Whereas in the early part of the 20th century, between 1915 to 1923, the Ottoman Turkish Empire carried out a systematic destruction of thousands of Armenian communities through massacres and death marches in which some 1.5 million Armenians were murdered and hundreds of thousands more uprooted from their homes and ancient homeland. Therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees and the Chancellor of the South Orange County Community College District hereby designates April 24th of each year as a day of remembrance for the Armenian genocide of 1915 and 1923, and be it further resolved that the Board of Trustees of the South Orange County Community College District hereby encourages the colleges and all employees and students to commemorate this crime against humanity. May I have a motion and a second?
Second.
I'm sorry, who said motion?
Motion.
Okay, trustee Milchiker and seconded by trustee Leonard. Are there any other comments?
Just a comment from me.
Uh-huh.
So thank you for offering to allow me to read it. I appreciate it. I view this as an issue of humanity, as some of the other resolutions that are going to come up this evening. I'm a descendant of genocide survivors. As I've said to this board in the past, my grandmother was from historic Armenia, Turkey, and 8 of her brothers and sisters were murdered by the Ottoman Turkish Empire. And she ended up getting, somehow surviving, one of the few survivors who ended up getting out of Turkey in Constantinople, Istanbul in 1923, and it ended up at Ellis Island, and then started a life, ended up in the state of Michigan where I grew up. So, but it's personal, for me, but I think this is an issue of humanity for everyone. And I just want to read in part really quickly. The genocide itself, we use that word a lot, but it's actually founded in law. It's part of the UN framework, Genocide Convention, to which the United States is a party. And I just, want to read Article 2, just the preamble to it. So I think it makes clear what genocide is. Genocide means any of the following acts committed with the intent to destroy, in whole or in part, a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group. And that includes killing members of the group, causing serious bodily harm, deliberately inflicting conditions of life calculated to bring about the group's physical destruction in whole or in part, imposing measures intended to prevent births within this group, and then forcibly transferring children of the group to another group. So, genocide is founded in law. It is a phrase we use a lot, but I wanted to, make that point, and thank you for offering the resolution.
Thank you. Any other comments? Let's vote, please. It came on and then it disappeared. Thank you. Okay, the motion carries on a 6-0 vote with the student also voting yes. Thank you. 6.4.
Agenda item 6.4, a resolution recognizing Holocaust Remembrance Day. Whereas the Holocaust was the systematic state-sponsored persecution and murder of 6 million Jews and millions of other innocent victims by the Nazi regime and its collaborators during World War II, therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of the South Orange County Community College District hereby recognizes April 13, 2026 as Holocaust Remembrance Day, and be it further resolved that the district calls upon students, faculty, staff, and community members to observe this solemn day with acts of remembrance and renewed dedication to confronting hatred wherever it may exist. We have a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Okay, it was moved by.
You want to move it? Okay.
Moved by Trustee Jamal, seconded by Trustee Milchiker. Are there any comments? Okay, let's vote. The motion carries on a 6-0 vote. Okay, 6.5.
Agenda item 6.5, a resolution commemorating National Arab American Heritage Month. Whereas Arab Americans have made significant contributions to the cultural, economic, and social fabric of the United States, therefore be it resolved that the South Orange County Community College District officially recognizes and celebrates National Arab American Heritage Month during the month of April and encourages all students, faculty, and staff to learn about and honor the contributions and achievements of Arab Americans throughout history. And be it further resolved that the South Orange County Community College District encourage the hosting of events, activities, and educational programs to raise awareness and celebrate the diverse heritage and culture of Arab Americans, and reaffirms its commitment to fostering inclusivity, diversity, and mutual respect among all communities, including Arab Americans, and opposes discrimination or prejudice based on ethnicity, religion, or national origin. Motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second?
It has been moved, excuse me, by trustee Jamal and seconded by trustee Bartlett. Are there comments? Let's vote. The motion carries on a 6-0 vote, with student trustee also voting yes. Okay, thank you. That brings us to item 7, Board of Trustees and the Chancellor. 7.1. I'm not sure what. Okay, this is about the board. Do you announce it, or the board election, Board of Directors election?
Yeah, so each year, the California Community College Trustee Association has elections for their board of directors. So tonight, the board has the opportunity to determine whether or not they would like to either submit someone for candidacy for the board. There are currently 9 seats that are up for election. 6 of those have incumbents running.
I read this as this is already the list, that the nominations already happened.
Sorry.
No, we vote on them, but 9 people are running and they have 9 seats.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
So I make a recommendation.
This would have been our chance had we known.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Now, I've never seen a list of the whole thing. Are you guys saying that it's already occurred somehow?
No.
What does this say?
We're voting on it
I think this
today.
is where we're supposed to.
Exhibit A has the list of candidates.
Oh,
Those
okay.
are the list of the finalists. We vote on who we want to pick.
Yeah, we had our chance to nominate someone
Okay.
a few board meetings ago. And I guess I'll make a motion in second so we can discuss it, or I'll motion to discuss it.
No, second for discussion.
So I'll just speak to the motion then. So the way I'm reading this is it looks like they're doing something new where it's electronic voting, but do we individually go somewhere to vote electronically, or is it?
No, we vote on it as.
You do it.
Yeah,
So you go by what we say and then you vote electronically.
This is the way it's
Got it.
been.
Okay.
One vote.
Got it. All right. So with that, I will, I guess, further motion that since there are 9 slots and 9 people and you can vote for up to 9, that we just vote for everyone.
Yeah.
Easy.
Go ahead, Mark. I mean, there's no real election. I mean, there's
Right.
there's 9 seats
Right.
and there's 9 people
Yeah.
running,
So.
and it's not by area, so they're all guaranteed to
Yeah.
be seated.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Go ahead, Marcia. No,
well,
let her go.
I think
Let her go.
Lisa wants to say something, and I want to say, trustee Bartlett wants to say something.
Okay.
I do too.
Both of you, go.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So we have the ability to do a write-in candidate if we so desire, but there are 9 seats, 6 incumbents running, and there are 3 additional candidates, so that fills up the 9 slots. But I was a little bit confused because, let's see, including Exhibit A, each CCCT member, community college district, meaning our college district, has 1 vote for each of the 4 vacancies. So where are the 4 vacancies? There are, I'm
There's 3
confused with,
vacancies, right?
That is strangely worded.
I don't know. I'm just reading the status
Yeah.
as it's outlined in
Yeah.
our agenda, and it doesn't make sense to
I
me.
actually,
Okay, trustee Milchiker?
I actually emailed Agnes Lupas, who works at the, at CCLC. And she said that, I said, there are 9 candidates and 9 slots. And she said, I said, so we'll just vote for all 9. And she said, well, the only problem would be is if there's a write-in candidate and they get more votes than the candidates listed, which would not happen.
It's not going to happen.
Not likely.
So I really think it's okay to vote for all 9 candidates.
Okay, so trustee Prendergast, you had said that as a motion? Just, we vote for all 9?
Yes.
Seems.
I think we
I
should send
haven't
a
got-
message and
I
only
haven't got
vote
a
for like
second.
8 or 7, like just because
Just shake it up a little bit.
it's a fait accompli that they're all going to win this election.
Okay, but he made a motion.
And I still technically need a second.
Yes,
Second.
I'm sorry, is it Milchiker?
Yes, second.
Okay, so it's been moved by trustee Prendergast and seconded by trustee Milchiker that we vote for all 9. Let's vote. Let's get. Okay, on a 6-0 vote with student trustee voting yes as well, the motion carries. Such a competitive race. Okay, 7.2, Board of Governors Classified Employee of the Year Award. Is that you? Did you say something? I think.
Yes, so again, each year, the Board of Governors, we are able to nominate one of our employees for the Board of Governors Classified Employee of the Year. We typically do that on an annual basis. This year, our designated nominee is coming from Irvine Valley College. And as has already been mentioned, we have nominated Desiree Ortiz, who is a Senior Administrative Assistant and CSEA President for the district.
I make a motion to,
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by trustee Milchiker and seconded by trustee Prendergast that we approve this excellent nominee.
yeah, and I'd like to say that I think and I go to a lot of things, but every single thing I go to, I always see Desiree Ortiz there. And she's always working and helping and helping the students and helping the employees and trying to bring people together. And I think she deserves this greatly, this great award. Thank you.
Yes, I'm sure everyone agrees. Any other comments? Okay, let's vote for Desiree, please. On a unanimous vote, the motion carries with trustee Leonard voting yes as well.
Madam President?
Yes, sir.
Should we get a photo with her?
Oh,
Is it
That's an
Classified
excellent
Employee of the Year?
idea.
Do we have the certificate or something? No?
Don't think we have anything like that yet.
Dr. Hernandez, did you guys bring a certificate? Dr. Clark? So we have no certificate, but we can still definitely take a picture.
Big deal. Come on up here, get a quick photo.
We can take a picture.
Am I covering something? You want to go in the middle?
I want to be tighter.
Tighter. Turn sideways, kind of. Yeah, sideways, kind of.
She will be getting something. It's just toward the end of the semester.
Right.
We just had to nominate her early because of the statewide role.
We figured that. So we'll get to do this again. Okay, 7.3, Board Policy Revision for Review and Study.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, it has been moved by trustee Prendergast and seconded by trustee Jamal. Okay, is there any discussion? Wait, I can't find the thing here. Just a minute. Is there any discussion on any of these policies?
Look fine. It's a discussion.
Thank you. What are we doing? A through G.
Jeremy?
Contact support, it says.
Community has encountered a problem. We are contacting support.
Technical difficulties.
It didn't come up on ours.
So you just vote.
Wait.
You need to vote.
So we're assuming there's no discussion. Is there any, to make sure, is there anyone that wanted to pull in, not pull, but discuss any of these? Okay, let's just vote, please. Okay, on a 6-0 vote with student trustee also voting yes, the motion has carried. 7.4, trustees' requests for attending conferences. Is there any discussion?
Nope. Move the item.
Okay, it's been moved by trustee Bartlett,
Second.
seconded by trustee Dack. Any discussion? Let's vote. The motion carries on a 6-0 vote with student trustee voting yes as well. Presentations, area 8, there are none at this time. Area 9, consent calendar. Does anyone want to pull an item from the consent calendar? Okay, go slowly so I can mark them.
I'd like to pull 2 items, 9.9 and 9.12.
Okay, just a second. 9.9 is Bartlett, and I'm sorry, the second one, 2?
9.12.
Okay, does anybody else have one they want to pull or more? Anybody? Okay, trustee Bartlett, number 9. Oh, wait.
Do a motion for the balance of the consent calendar.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved by trustee Prendergast and seconded by trustee Dack that we vote yes, or we vote on the rest of the calendar.
Dack.
Dack. Okay, the motion carries for the majority of the calendar. Let's go back then. Trustee Bartlett, number 9.9.
Thank you. So on Exhibit A, page 17 of 19, there about towards the bottom, there is a supplier, Bold Line LLC, and it's amendment number 1 to increase the contract value for the summer and fall 2025 international student recruitment services for China and Nigeria. And it's for $25,000. I was just curious, how do we determine which countries we want to actively recruit students in? Is it something we determine? Is it something that Bold Line determines because they've got an international presence? Or how does that work?
Who would like to answer that?
I'll start it off and then.
Oh.
Okay, I'll go ahead and start off. It's a little bit of both. We do determine which countries that we want to try to target, but then we also work with the recruiting firms that have good relationships within those countries. And so that's kind of how we determine which ones to enter into the contracts with. We have several different contracts with various contractors and all the different companies and kind of working with them. Just so that you know that these contracts, they only get paid if they submit students to us and the students attend and complete a semester, then we reimburse and pay them for their services. So we don't pay in advance anything.
Okay. Are the classes the students attend, are they in person here or are they online?
No, the students are required to be here in the country.
Okay. And then depending on the countries, their students would have more or less resources. So if they come over from countries and they don't adequately have, housing and other basic needs, are those something that we automatically supply or how do we support them?
I'm going to turn to Dr. Hernandez. You want to answer that one?
I'm assuming they don't just come here and erect a tent in the parking lot or something.
No, they're required to show that they have the means to be here and to have the living arrangements. There's a whole visa process that they go through in order to do it. And I see Dr. McDonald, who's one of our vice presidents of Student Support Services. She will be able to answer it much better than I am sure.
Yeah, and I just want to point out, I know this is a Saddleback College item, but similarly, both colleges have the same requirements to meet a minimum financial threshold for all international students. So I don't know if the vice presidents, plural, would like to respond.
Thank you. Yes, that's exactly correct. They have to meet a financial threshold before they are even processed and accepted, not by the college, but by our government agency that we work with in terms, they have to demonstrate financial means so that when they do get here, it is not something where we're, as an institution, are required to provide. Now, we don't turn them away from basic need resources that we have available to all students. In addition to that, housing, we have lists of housing and host families that oftentimes will rent specifically to our international students.
Okay, because I just wanted to make sure that, you know, with some of the students coming over, they may barely meet the financial threshold or may not, and I don't want them to lose out on an educational opportunity here just because they can't meet certain requirements. So we kind of, if they meet the requirements, great. If not, we work to fill those gaps. Okay.
Yes, they're not eligible for financial aid, but as I mentioned, we do open the doors to our resources in our basic needs center. Okay. Now, in terms of the income requirement, that's not set by the institutions. That's set by the government. So there's a lot that they have to demonstrate before they come.
Okay. All right. That answers my question. Thank you. I'll move the item.
Was there a second?
Second.
Okay. Is there any other discussion? Let's vote on that, please. The motion carries on a 6-0 vote, with Trustee Leonard also voting yes. And then Trustee Bartlett, 9.12.
Okay, thank you, Madam President. So this item has to do with the OPEB, and going through the numbers, I'm not a financial expert here, but is our OPEB overfunded?
Yes.
Okay, by 6%?
Approximately, yes. It's just under $12.2 million. So they call that a asset, an OPEB asset, yes.
Oh, okay, that's great. I would rather have it overfunded than underfunded, so I think that's fabulous. Okay, just everything computes then, and I'll be happy to move the item.
Okay, second, please.
Second.
It's been moved by Trustee Bartlett and seconded by Trustee Dack. Is there any other discussion? Let's vote, please. Okay, the motion carries on a 6-0 vote, with student trustee also voting yes. That would conclude the consent calendar. Let's go on to number 10, which is being handled this evening by Mr. Efron. And so let's start to go through that. 10.1. Does he say something about it?
I don't think he wants to. Yeah, this is just an item, so if...
So you just do a motion and a second?
Okay.
I'll move the item.
Okay.
I'll second.
Been moved by Trustee Bartlett, seconded by Trustee Prendergast. Is there any discussion? Okay, let's vote. The motion carries on a 6-0 vote, with student trustee also voting yes. Number 10.2, do we have a motion? Yeah, who wants to make a motion?
Move the item.
Okay. I'm going to take Pendergrass first and Bartlett second, if that's all right. So 10.2, discussion. Let's vote. Motion carries on a 6-0 vote, with student trustee also voting yes. 10.3. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by trustee Prendergast and seconded by trustee Leonard. I hear a question. Yes, trustee Bartlett?
Okay, thank you, Madam President. So on this item, I understand we have a 2-year contract that we're going to lock in with a fixed price with Constellation New Energy, Inc. And the other companies had a higher cost position, which I understand. And let's see. Okay, so under the fixed rate structure, we have the option to lock in a 2-year rate starting at about 8 cents per kilowatt hour with a not to exceed rate of 0.09 kilowatt hour. So what happens if the rate drops? Do we then get a lower rate below the 0.08? Or is the rate locked in for the 2 years and it doesn't change?
So what we were told by Constellation Energy is the rate will be within that range, Trustee Bartlett. In fact, I think since we last met with them, the rate has been fluctuating within that range. And so in light of what's been going around the world right now, we don't necessarily foresee it going down. We're just hoping for it to stay within that range. And so,
Okay, but if by some fluke the rate does drop in general below the 0.08, are we then subject to getting the lower rate?
Lower rate.
Okay, but if it goes up above the 0.09, we're locked in at that fixed max rate. Is that correct?
If it goes beyond the 0.09, we would want the option, I think as part of the recommendation here, is to not necessarily go with Constellation Energy, is to go back with the investor-owned utility company, because at that point, there's no savings. And so that's part of the recommendation that we see here at the bottom. Right.
Okay, so my question was, if we have a not-to-exceed rate of the 0.09, but the actualized rate is above the 0.09, are we then locked in for the 2-year period at the 0.09, not at some higher rate, or going to another company
We're
for the
locked
2
in.
years?
Right.
We're locked in.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. And then, let's see. In the event we want to cancel with Constellation during the 2-year term, is there a penalty for canceling the contract, or do we have a termination for convenience clause with no penalty?
I don't, I'm going to look at Priya. Priya, do we, I don't believe we have a termination clause on that. Emery.
So we're locked in for the 2 years with them. Before the contract comes up, then that's when we have the opportunity to see if we want to renew the contract with them or if we want to go back out. You know, one of the things, we are currently with Constellation, and when you get into these agreements, you know, one of the things is if we were to switch back to Southern California Edison, or if we were to go with OCPA, a lot of times there's like a 6-month time frame before you can actually join someone else. Right. And so kind of looking at that is where we would be at that point in time. But this would lock us in for 2 years at the rates that are listed here.
Okay. Okay, so we would be intending to stay with Constellation then for the 2 years.
Correct.
Okay. Because so under the recommendation, it states, you know, furthermore, should Constellation rate exceed the 0.09, there would be a recommendation that the Board of Trustees approve switching over to either the OCPA or Southern California Edison. But that's only after the 2 years, not mid-contract?
No, it would be because the way this works is the rate is locked in at the date that you signed the contract. So we received the estimates, I believe, about a month ago, and that's why we're saying that the rates are kind of fluctuating right now between that range. If the board approves this tonight, then, we would hopefully be able to finalize the contract within this week, and we would lock in the rate. What the concern was with the way that the oil prices have been increasing so tremendously throughout the world, that the rate would exceed the 0.09459 when we go to try to lock it in this week.
Right. Okay.
And that's when we wanted to have the flexibility to be able to go with either OCPA or Southern California Edison if we saw that we could get a better rate with them than what we could get with Constellation.
Okay, that makes sense because that was not that information was not provided, that we haven't actually locked in the rate.
Right.
So that makes sense now. Okay, now I'm connecting the dots. Because it sounded like we had a low and a high range. We were locked in for the 2 years. It was fixed. We were done. But that's really not quite the case.
We'll find out first thing tomorrow.
Right. Okay, and that makes perfect sense to give us flexibility. Okay, got it. All right, now that's clear. I'll move the item.
So,
Yes.
well, no, it hasn't moved in. I think it's been moved and seconded. wasn't
It has.
Oh, it has?
Madam President, just I'm catching up on the details of this. So is there a termination clause? I think there is. Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought there was a 60-day termination clause, but let's make sure that we're clear on that.
Good evening, Trustee. Yes, there is a 60-day termination clause to the master agreement prior to the termination of the 2-year term.
Okay.
So at the 24th month term, we can give them a 60-day notice to terminate, but we're locked in for the 2 years that we are going to sign in lock in the rates for.
I understand. Okay. So after 2 years, then we, either party can provide 60 days notice?
Correct.
Okay.
But not within the 2-year
No,
period.
correct.
Okay. Any other questions, discussion?
No, that clarifies.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's vote then. Okay, the motion carries on a 6-0 vote with student trustee also voting yes. 10.4.
So moved.
Okay, it has been moved by trustee Prendergast and seconded by trustee Leonard. Is there any discussion?
Yes, so we had an extensive discussion on this item during the last board meeting, and I'm going to ask staff, or in this case, one of our vice chancellors, to provide an explanation as to the rationale for the recommendation for the vendor, because I think it's the same as it was last month.
So, yes, we did do further analysis based upon the board's discussion at last month. We contacted the second lowest bidder of the one that was interviewed. And based upon that discussion, what we learned was the bidder had underestimated the time and I would say labor that was going to be required to fulfill the requirements of the project. So there was a misunderstanding on their part of what we were actually looking for. Furthermore, they did not add anything in there based upon doing an analysis of the building condition assessment or the feasibility of doing an expedited schedule. So based upon those discussions and then going back through and having a conversation with the committee that actually went through all of the proposals that went through the interviews, the committee members felt strongly that HPI, which is the one that we are recommending, had a better understanding of what the project was, that they put forward individuals that were highly qualified in order to do the work that was needed, and that they had bid it with the appropriate amount of time that was necessary to work with the campus, work with all the campuses, committees and college constituents to do the assessment of where they wanted to go with this. We did show the breakdown on the hourly rate so that it's a little bit more comparable when you look at the hourly rates. And as you can see, that HPI did have a higher score when the interview occurred. And so the recommendation is the same as last month, that we are recommending that we go with HPI architecture for this contract based upon the committee's recommendation and then the further analysis that was done.
Just a quick follow-up. So thank you for that explanation. Do you think there's any improvements we can make in this process to assure that there's no misunderstanding in the future? In these kinds of situations?
Yes, I mean, I think there's always room for improvement on anything. You know, we don't do anything perfectly. So yes, I think there are some things that we can learn from this and take it kind of back and change things in the future.
Thank you.
Any other discussion?
Yes, Trustee Bartlett.
Oh, Trustee Bartlett, thank you.
So I think moving forward, and I agree with staff's recommendation here in this instance, and I think moving forward, we can perhaps have greater clarity with regard to the scope, because as I understand, it states that the underestimated amount on the part of the second-ranked firm was due to the reliance on the Vision 2035 document. So they somehow interpreted that they needed to look at the Vision 2035 document to assess this particular project. And that's why they completely, I mean, when you take a look at all the numbers and the hours, there's a vast difference between the top-ranked firm and the second-ranked firm. So perhaps going forward, to make sure that all the vendors, when they are responding to the RFP, have great clarity that, in this case, the Vision 2035 document may be one aspect of it, but here's the scope of what we're requiring, so that you don't have one firm thinking the scope is A and another firm thinking it's B, because that's obviously what happened here.
Right. We'll definitely be looking at that. And I think we're always looking to what we can improve, but the scope was definitely, I think, clear on the phase 1, phase 2 when it went out. But I think, yes, we will go back and look at how we can always better this.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Any other discussion? Okay, let's vote. The motion carries 6-0, with Trustee Leonard also voting yes. Okay, that brings us to Section 11, Human Resources. Dr. Vizcachel, do you start or?
Yeah, no changes on this one. You can go ahead and vote.
Okay, 11.1.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, was it Jamal?
Yeah. it was
Thank you.
Jamal.
And,
I just want to mention.
wait, Marcia? Okay, thank you. I just wanted to get that for sure.
I just wanted to mention John Lucistra, who already was mentioned by our esteemed colleague here. And he's been a counselor at IVC for 35 years, and I just learned how incredible job he's done all these 35 years. So thank you for sharing that.
Okay. Any other discussion? Let's vote then, please. Motion carries on a 6-0 vote. Okay, 11.2, sabbatical leave rescindment.
Move the item.
Do we have a second?
Second.
I'm sorry, which one?
I seconded.
Okay, thank you. So 11.2 has been moved by Trustee Bartlett, seconded by Trustee Jamal.
Doesn't Vice Chancellor Vizcachel read out the name?
No, not on a sabbatical rescindment.
Okay.
But thank you, Trustee Prendergast. Thanks for thinking of me.
Okay, any discussion? Let's vote, please. Okay, motion carries 6-0 vote with 6-0 vote, period. Thank you. 11.3, classified personnel actions.
No changes.
No changes. Any motion, please?
Second?
Is it Trustee Milchiker and Trustee Bartlett for first and second? Is there discussion?
I just want to mention there's 4 classified employees, and I round this up, if it's like 10 years and 8 months, I just say the next month. So Joaquin Esperanza, custodian for Saddleback College for 17 years. Microphone. John Oropalo, maintenance worker, Saddleback College, 15 years. Oh. Did you hear me, what I said?
Now we can.
Okay. Evelia Ramirez, admissions and records evaluator, Saddleback College, 28 years. And Jay Sampson, laboratory technician, Art Emeritus Institute, Saddleback College, 25 years. And I did take a ceramics class, and I knew him. He had been a ceramics teacher prior to that, and he was very good. So we thank all these people for their work for Saddleback College.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion? Let's vote. The motion carries on a 6-0 vote. Thank you. Section 12, Educational and Technology Services, Vice Chancellor Dr. Christopher McDonald. 12.1, Academic Calendar. Do we have a motion?
Move the item. Second.
It's been moved by Trustee Bartlett and seconded by Trustee Milchiker. Is there discussion?
No discussion?
See, Dr.
This
Reed
is where
used to
we,
have-
this is where we missed Trustee Wright.
We missed him, yes. No discussion? Let's vote, please, then. Did it come up?
Just click on show voting.
Oh, okay.
Click on it again.
This one. Okay. Okay, the motion carries on a 6-0 vote with the student trustee also voting yes. Section 13, information items. 13.1, SOCCCD monthly financial report. 13.2, Saddleback College and Irvine College speakers. 13.3, SOCCCD facilities plan status report. We now have oral reports from administrators, starting with, do you want to, I'll just put it in the order. IBC President, Dr. Hernandez. Do you want to do it as Chancellor? Okay, we're going to do the Chancellor one, and this time from Dr. Gable.
Thank you. Just on behalf of the Chancellor, I wanted to thank the community and all of the employees that showed up for the State of the District. I think it was a very well-attended event, and I know the Chancellor was very pleased with it. The other thing that we would like to announce, if you haven't seen the press release or your email from late this afternoon, we have announced the 4 finalists for the Saddleback College President Search. So look to that press release on that. With that, I'm finalized.
Okay, thank you. Let's move then to IBC President, Dr. Hernandez.
Thank you, President Inman. I wanted to congratulate one of Irvine's educational partners from Tustin Unified School District, Legacy Magnet Academy, that was recently selected as an exemplary dual enrollment awardee.
Great.
And this was comprised of a selection committee with representatives from the California Coalition of Early and Middle College, the Career Ladders Project, the California Community College Chancellor's Office, and the California Department of Education. And they will be recognized in April at an event at the Disneyland Hotel. Wanted to share with you why I'm assuming they were nominated, because they really are an exemplary dual enrollment site. Year-to-date, 25-26, which does not count summer, Tustin Legacy has enrolled 1,752 students in dual enrollment, representing an unduplicated head count of 841 across 57 sections with an FTS earned of 207. And depending on the path that LMA students choose, they can graduate with a range of college credits. If a student attends grades 9 to 12 and pass all required courses, they graduate with 28 college units. If a student takes additional advanced courses like math or Spanish, they can graduate with 55 units. And if a student takes the advanced courses and the summer courses that IVC offers through our CCAP agreement, they will graduate with 64 college units. So they truly are to be congratulated. They embed dual enrollment within the Bell schedule, and students begin taking classes as early as the 8th grade. So we're pleased to partner with them. And then lastly, we will be recognizing our Employee of the Year, Classified Employee of the Year, along with all the other employees that will be recognized at the upcoming Employee Recognition Ceremony on April 16th at 3 p.m. in the Performing Arts Center. Thank you.
Thank you. Saddleback.
President Hernandez, anything about basketball?
Yes, women's basketball made it all the way to the state playoffs. It was a close game, but they lost to Laney College. But they are to be commended for an incredible season, not just winning the Orange Empire Conference, but making it to the state playoffs. And of course, the women's coach was also recognized with a very special recognition. They provide, and I'm blanking on the name, my apologies, but they do, it's named after someone, a coach from the North and a coach from the South. So all the way around, maybe not the outcome the players would have hoped for, but certainly a season to be very proud of.
Thank you. Saddleback President, but right now Vice President Garcia.
No report.
Okay, Vice Chancellor Chris McDonald.
No report.
Vice Chancellor Cindy Viscachill.
Just on behalf of Executive Director Karen Dewar and myself, congratulations, Desiree. We get to work with her very closely in her leadership role, and we appreciate her, so congrats.
Thank you. And Vice Chancellor, one of you, either one.
Yes, Anne Marie left me with a report, a 40-page document here, so bear with me.
We'll rest.
Just no report, sorry.
No report. That was very quick, 40 pages. Okay. Well, thank you very much. And I believe we have done our work for this evening. And is there anything else? No? Okay, the meeting's adjourned.